I thought this was just a mastering plugin, but I ended up putting it on every single track in my session, and the results blew me away. Hi, my name is Daniel Willett, and I've been a mixing and mastering engineer for over 20 years. Today we're looking at Acustica Audio's new plugin called Blizzard, and I'm gonna show you why I think it's more than a mix, bus, and mastering plugin. And stick around, because I got some crazy before and after examples to show you. So this is the GUI for the new Acustica Audio Blizzard plugin, and it's really 6 plugins in one. You have the preamp section here, then you have this EQ section, in the middle you have this compressor, which is quite nice. Then you have a stereo width feature, a soft clipper, and a saturator. So I haven't had any issues, but I imagine this is quite processor intense because it really is like 6 plugins all in one plugin. I started out trying this on the master bus and I was enjoying it, but I decided to just throw it on a few tracks to see what I would get. And very quickly I thought, I want to use this on every single track in my session and see what I get because I really like the sound. And I would describe all the processors in this plugin as subtle, which is understandable since it's a mastering plugin. But I'm going to show you a really simple hack that I did on all of the individual tracks to make it not so subtle. And the secret to that lies right down here on the bottom left, the input knob. I found when I drove this, and here you can see it's at 11 dB, when I pushed this input knob up, I started getting way more coloration on the individual tracks. So this input knob really is the secret to getting a lot more mojo out of this plugin. And I'm sure you could push it on the master bus as well to get a little more stickiness, a little more mojo. But I found on the tracks, pushing this up, and again, this is about 10 dB of input gain, really added a lot more color to all these processors. So here's a session I have that just has 2 tracks for drums, 2 acoustic guitars, and a vocal. And I was able to put the Blizzard plugin across every single one of these channels. So I'm going to show you what it sounds like on the acoustic. I'll show you what it sounds like on the vocal. And then I'm going to show you what the whole session sounds like with all of the Blizzard plugins put on all the channels, including on the master bus. And I was just shocked at the results of having this on all of my instruments and also on the bus, and you'll hear that in just a minute. And on the Blizzard plugin, you can bypass by just clicking this button right here. And so first, here's the acoustic guitar without Blizzard. Now with Blizzard in. That added so much life to that guitar. And I want to show you just the processors I used. So I have the preamp on, I'm using the equalizer, and this shows you a curve of what's happening basically with your equalizer. And you can see I made some pretty big boosts in the EQ. I would call this EQ subtle. So big boosts don't sound like you're making big boosts. They sound very musical. So I did a huge boost here at 2780. Now on most EQs, if you did a huge boost on 2780, it would probably sound awful. But on this one, it sounds very nice and musical. Small boost in the mid band here and a small boost on the lows. You can also see I'm using the compressor, and if I play that again, this graph here shows you the amount of compression that's happening, which I love. I would say the compressor is very musical. It reminds me of like a Varimu compressor. I'm not sure if that's what it is, but that's just what it sounds like to my ears. And you can see I'm also using the width, the soft clipper, and the saturator, and that's giving it that extra bit of just analog mojo that you're hearing. Next, here's the lead vocal, and first without Blizzard.
You are it for me. Time to hang up my coat and quit for me.
Now here's with Blizzard in.
You are it for me. Time to hang up my coat and quit for me.
Just added so much mojo and glue to that vocal. Let me play it one more time and I'll pop it in and out.
You are it for me. Time to hang up my coat and quit for me. You are it for me.
So in my opinion, it just added so much glue and stickiness to that vocal and brought it more forward in the mix and just changed it from sounding like a demo to a professionally mixed track. And this time in the vocal, I was using 4 of the processors. I was using the equalizer, the compressor, the soft clipper, and the saturator. I hope you're enjoying this video today, and if you are, hit that like button and also subscribe and turn on the bell for notifications. That really helps me to keep making videos like this one for you. Alright, so here's the full mix, and this is with Blizzard on every single track, including the master bus. So we'll start first and bypass.
You are it for me. Time to hang up my coat and quit for me. Oh.
Now with Blizzard in on all the tracks, including the master bus.
You are it for me. Time to hang up my coat and quit for me. Oh my.
Now to say it sounds better, I think would be a huge understatement. It just took it from sounding like a demo to a polished mix. And yes, of course there's EQ happening, so it's going to sound more polished, but it's not just the EQ that's changing things. There's just an analogy glue to this plugin that's just making everything sound warmer, more three-dimensional, and more like a record. So in my opinion, this is another great plugin by Acustica Audio, but I'm probably more likely to use this on individual tracks than I will on mix and master bus, although I think it sounds great on the master bus. Alright, let me know what you think of the Blizzard plugin in the comments. And if you need your tracks mastered, I've been doing it for 20 years and you can check me out on FIVERR. You can message me on FIVERR to get a 50% off custom offer for being a first-time customer. And if you're looking for a plugin to smooth harsh resonances and frequencies, check out this video next. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.